going down. It's going down. Culture 49, the Kanna Corner. Your boy, we here, we live, doing everything. We live everywhere. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, recording the podcast. Might drop a little video on the weed tube. You never know. It all just kind of depends on how things go, what happens. You feel me? What up, what up? Skeevy Roach, what's going down? So definitely KGL deadline to register is tomorrow for teams, but we're full. We got all 12 teams for the Kanna Gaming League. Taxman couldn't even join. 12 teams other than mine joined, so we will not be in split one. Candid, the Kanna Kid, this is your first notice of that, so sorry that I didn't say something a little sooner, if you know what I mean. But 12 teams, it's going to be lit. Season starts January 22nd. Rules are dropping this week. If you want to be a free agent or a single person in the Vanguard League, join on the website, Kanna.games. Ballin', check us out in Discord, Kanna.games/Discord. Speaking of Discord, the Kanna Crew Discord is getting people in there. And we're going to start doing some activities and some fun stuff in there. So definitely you want to link up there. We're going to start bringing all of our people from multiple platforms together into one community to fucking plan shit, do shit, make shit happen, and have a good time. So that's what we're all about. That's what we're going to do. Shit's popping. What else we got? We're going to Champs and Las Vegas in February. That's like 3 weeks away. We're going to be out in Vegas for like a whole week. So that's serious business. We are going to have tickets available. If someone's trying to go to the thing, we can get you into either show. Just hit us up. All right. So that's a real thing that's going down. Other than that, I mean, you already know we're going to hit the blockchain up and moving. Anybody's got questions? We think we might have, still thinking about which chain, but we think we got one. Looking at Phantom right now. Real business. I mean, Solana's Phantom wallet, unrelated to the Phantom chain, is about to drop the mobile wallet, which is pretty lit. And it should be super dope, but it's only in beta. Solana also has its own issues, but, you know, I'm really digging Phantom. I think it's got some shit about to pop. Skunks and frogs might have a nice harmonious thing together, if you know what I mean. Other than that, we smoking. Who's smoking? What you smoking? Huh? What you smoking? I mean, I'm gonna rip the little swizzle stick first. And Toot Sweet. Do you know who knows Toot Sweet? Huh? Nobody? Nobody knows what Toot Sweet? Man, y'all slacking. Slacking. Toot. Smoke. Toot. Smoke. Toke. Smoke. Toke. Smoke. Oh, okay. Well, I'll see if we can make something happen. Other than that, though, what's going on? Everybody? Hi. Jeff Moore. What up, dog? Oh, Jeff Moore. Homie, there was an issue, but I got your shit to ship in the morning. I got it. I got all the parts and pieces, and it's going out in the morning. So I'll shoot you the tracking info. I know it was supposed to be after the holiday, immediately after the holiday, but I got it. I was supposed to do it. I got all the shipping material at the Kanna Kid's house. I was supposed to do it on the thing. He lives kind of out of town. And I went up to do it. I brought my nieces to spend the night because he's got his kids and they're having a good deal. And then I was going to wrap it up in the morning with all, because he's got all the stuff at his house. He's got like a barn, and was going to do it. But the girls decided to end the sleepover, and we actually didn't sleep over, and we left that night in the middle of the night. So that's what happened. So I got it rolling though. I got you, Jeff. Didn't forget about you. What you smoking on? What you smoking on, Jeff? You know what I got that I haven't had on the last few lives is some flour. So I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take this opportunity to fucking blast one on in the Kanna Crew bong. Let me make sure I got all candid. What up, yo? What up, homie? What up, son? Let me get all my chats going. I just realized I don't have eyeballs on all the platforms. Un momento, por favor, as I pull up the YouTube chat. ML Vat, Matt, Big Cat, what is happening? What's going on, everybody? All right, I got eyes on all the channels. All eyes, all channels. Big Cat's got the Omarion. That means he's available. Yo, what up? Hey, oh, what the fuck? Hold on.
We got 3 people, including Kanna, buddy.
Hold on, Big Cat. Hold on. All right. Oh, what the fuck? All right. So I thought I was Bluetooth connected. It told me I was. Lies and deceit and deception. Now we're connected. Okay. All right. Go for it. Otanashi, what up?
We're back?
We're back.
Sorry about that. I was not paying any attention.
No, you're good.
I'm gonna let the comments decide though. Should I smoke a bowl or should I take some dabs?
Oh shit! Everybody in the comments, all platforms.
Comment bowl or dab. And
Bowl.
We'll get it.
Should he rip a bowl or drop the dab? What's it gonna be? What are their options
So
really look like? Are you gonna smoke and drive?
Oh no! Right now,
Dab. We
I got it
one
all
vote.
torn apart. Dab.
Yeah.
1 vote in. Just did those plastics, those, the rear, same on the other side. Got the new grips on. Trying to figure out what to do with the hand guards because I don't want them white. I'm trying to go all black.
Okay.
I got
Palm Springs says Fatty Bowl.
Fatty Bowl, so we're 1-on-1.
We're 1-1. Dingles, Young Killer, what's going down?
We got
We got some gamers in the house.
going up in front.
Okay. So you're just decaling your thing. How much longer you got to be in the house?
Technically only until tomorrow.
Oh, well that's
yeah.
nice.
The CVC changed it to 5 days. So.
Well, that was nice of them.
Yeah, nice of them. Just in time for Big Cat to get sick.
What up, Santana? Pretty dope painting.
Okay,
Schizo,
now we got a bunch of people. So are we smoking bowls or dabs?
We got
We're at
1-1, yo. We got 1 vote for bowl, 1 vote for dab.
I think I'll finish this up some other time. I'm in no rush.
Okay.
Just slowly grinding away at stuff.
Slowly grinding. So when you're allowed to go outside the house, are you going to continue to do your thing?
We're going up to our cabin in the mountains. Just me and my girlfriend and my stepsister. We're all going up and going snowboarding for like 4 days.
Oh, cool. Get your little...
Because while the county and everything... Yeah, while the county and the state will, like, you're allowed to go out after 5 days, you're not allowed to go back to work until 10 days at least. So I can't go back to work till next week. And I'm not just going to sit around picking my ass all day.
Hell no. Here, let me let Weezy out. And also, Palm Springs Perks on Twitch has a great idea. You should do both. Bowl and dab.
I don't know if I have the tolerance for this now, guys. If you were around 2 years ago, Franky, I can't believe we're almost at 2 years of Kanna Crew, dude.
Almost?
Almost at 2 years. April is 2 years. That's nuts.
Oh, yeah. Cool. Coming up on 2 years.
2 years,
March
dude.
5th, our Canniversary. No, April 5th is the Canniversary. Captain Dabertron, what up, dude? All right.
Yeah,
so
the way
you said you can't smoke both?
Works, I wasn't even allowed to smoke when we first started, and now I'm turning 21.
Oh, that's real.
Yeah, now I'm allowed to smoke no matter what. even if
Damn.
I had a med.
You could smoke crack if you wanted.
Okay, so I'm not seeing much, so I think we're just gonna go back up and take it down.
No, you're supposed to do both. You didn't want to do both?
I don't know if we're doing both. I don't know, man. If I'm gonna do one, I'm gonna do one.
All right. Well, whichever one you do, I'll do the other. So how about you drop the dab? I'll rip this bowl.
Sounds good. While we're down here, I'll show off the weed I have.
Oh, while you're down here. Yikes.
Yeah.
Doing an awful lot of banging around.
Yeah, just putting shit back. Try to keep all my shit organized.
Keep a
Just
bit
a nice
of your
20.
shit organized. Oh, yeah? Well, right.
Nice $20 aid.
That's $20. Okay. Lit.
Yeah, I've already smoked a bit of it, so no, that is not a full 8.
Johnny Blunt. Oh, too crazy trying to come in. Too crazy.
Anyways, you got anything cool going on, Frankie?
Cool? I don't know. Is it not unlocked?
Cool.
Someone's trying to come in my... Oh, shit. Cool? Yeah.
Yeah. Go back to the cave.
What up? So, I got some food. I got delivered some noodles.
Ooh, nice.
But, so, anything cool? Like, what's your time horizon on cool? Wait, why'd you put a mask on? Oh, because you're going through the house.
Yeah, my family doesn't have it. Once I get up into my room, though, fuck that.
Interesting.
My mom's actually, like, super sick and doesn't have COVID. So,
Very nice.
kind of interesting.
What's up, Quasi?
What's going on?
Not much. How you doing?
Good. How was New Year?
It was good. These noodles are really hot.
Oh. Let them cool down.
New Year's was cool. You did Friday night
No,
freestyle?
my mom does not.
Your mom does not smoke. That's furthering
And
pretty dope paintings theory. Earlier in the comments, they claimed that weed kills COVID or heals.
I always we would joke about weed, like the tar layer in your lungs would keep COVID infecting them.
It's like, keep it moving, buddy.
Yeah. I don't know. It'd be pretty cool if weed cured COVID, but I don't think it made mine go any faster. So
You weren't smoking enough beforehand, before you got it.
yeah.
Well, shit. Yeah, so
Frankie, you play only on PS or PC, right?
what?
What gaming device do you use? Do you have a PlayStation?
Computer.
Computer, that's right.
Yeah. Plug a controller into the computer. But I'm not going to lie, I don't play a lot of games.
Just COD.
No, I'm just the host.
Oh, got it.
I actually made a Kenny Crew in the game. Frank remembers that. The Kenny Crew car.
Candid on YouTube. What up? Yeah, no, I remember. The
The
Kanna
Kanna Crew car? That's a great idea. I might have to do that in my game.
Forza.
Yeah.
It exists out there in the world.
PlayStation,
People use it.
but I could probably do that.
People use his paint design.
Bro, there's like 25 people are using it. That's fucking great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can do. Please.
What up,
They
Candid?
did. Buy the crew, my man.
Buy the crew, huh? Okay.
See how much. Do it.
The crew too?
Yeah. On PlayStation, it's still $60, but at Target and Walmart, it's $20. I think 22.
It's called The Crew.
I probably should get Game Pass, but I don't know.
I have it. It's all right. I might not have it soon.
It depends
get
on
a
how
lot
many.
but-
How often you like to switch games up.
Yeah, exactly.
lot.
And like
A
the
lot?
saving feature kind of weird.
Not a
You
lot.
like make
It takes me forever to finish like the campaign on a game, so like I don't want to like delete anything.
yeah. I would just buy the crew. This game literally takes forever. There's no end to it, but it's fun.
The Crew.
The crew too.
It looks dope. The cover is really nice.
I mean, so my buddy has the Crew 2 on his PlayStation and Forza 5 on his Xbox, and he says he does like Forza better, but when you only have PlayStation, this is your only option. So
Like I can't even play Cold War no more, bro. Like I think I don't have enough space on my PlayStation
Over.
for the
Yeah, no.
update.
It's over.
oh, I'll send you a hard drive. Go buy a hard drive too. Those are like $20 as well.
Yeah, but why?
I could just,
I mean, do you have Vanguard?
no.
I do.
Oh, you do?
Yep.
I was going to say, if you had Vanguard, then definitely delete Cold War.
I was just on Vanguard like 2 minutes ago.
Is it fun? I heard the campaign's good.
dedicate games to one or the other.
Well, the game's kind of trash, but when you get good at it, like seriously.
Some people really like it. Some people really don't.
I just feel like it came too soon. Like there's like consecutive Call of Duties. Like damn, give us a break.
Like they never,
They drop one
like
every
they
year.
never made us they fucking Call of Duty since for like 6 years.
Like they're up there with like Madden and like NBA.
No, they
Fucking
100%.
Yeah.
They drop one every year. And then they alternate. They have different people build the game each time. Or like it switches off who builds it. And then, yeah, it's,
eventually, I want to get like a Madden, or not a Madden, an NBA game.
I got 2K22.
yeah,
I
my,
used to love getting high and just playing basketball, like the video game, like the NBA.
oh, really?
I used to love doing that shit in high school. I don't know why. Like, that would be my shit. Just late night playing basketball. Fucking, like after I go sneak out in the backyard and
Uh-huh.
so both that.
Just wait until you play your VR basketball.
Virtual reality.
Yeah.
On the Oculus Quest
Ready?
2.
I can't imagine what that's like. Like, you can't really move around too much. It's like,
No, have you played with the Oculus?
no, I don't even know what that is.
Oh, no?
That's like another type of virtual reality thing that you put on your head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the big one, the big thing you put on your face and your head. And it's just
Okay.
like a thing, but it blocks you in. Yo, that shit is dope. I'm going to tell you the Darth Vader game, life-changing.
Whoa.
Yeah. Dom has one. He just got it. And
Cheers.
I was playing with him. It's pretty
So I
intense.
figured out one downfall of the.
So basically, virtual reality takes out of you in the real world.
Bullshit, Candid. No, there is no downfall.
Found one con.
I don't believe it.
One. Just one con.
No,
What?
You want to know what it is?
no, I don't because it's not existent.
It is.
You're
I can
all
tell you
in?
What it is?
Big Cat, you're all in on the VR?
No, I'm all in on the email.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I
Oh.
had to like.
Oh, you switched it up. Okay.
What is it? We can switch back just in a second.
No.
You know what the con of the e-nail is?
What is it?
You can't do melt shots. Can't do any melt shots.
Not necessarily true now, there, Candid.
Well, just at the top, and then you see it melt down.
I've done plenty of melt shots.
Really?
Got to do.
Okay, never mind. I just crossed my mind.
You just got. You just have to hold it like this.
Oh,
totally see it.
okay. Never mind. I stand corrected.
Yeah.
It's not as cool though.
Isn't that? You know what, Franky?
So what you do is you heat it up a little. You heat it up to where it's a little bit hotter than what you really want it at, and then and then you rip it off and dab it real quick.
Rip it. Take the
Rip the e-nail off and then dab real
That
quick.
sounds like broken glass and hard time. No, it definitely is.
Where's
nice
these
if it's
magnetic e-nails?
magnetic e-nail?
Yeah,
That'd
like a magnet clasp thing or something, and then it like
yeah.
makes its own heat from the magnet doing something stupid, and then
Yeah.
Yo, Frankie, how
and
was
then
that?
rips a
metal
hole
bong, by the way?
in space. What?
Big time continue.
Yeah, because you have fucking 420,069 stoners across the world ripping their magnetic e-bong at the same time, and it fucking
Yeah.
rips a fabric in the, you know.
Yeah. Yo, Frankie, how was
Space
that
ocean.
metal
Space
bong?
Continuum.
The metal bong is dope. I like it.
Metal
Yeah,
But
it's like Gilbert's house.
Doesn't it get your hand burned though?
No,
Do you smoke it in the winter or the summer?
whatever you want.
Is it a seasonal piece?
No, it's a multi-purpose piece. It's a metal bong. It's called a chill bong. It's metal with ceramic inside,
Oh, I've seen that.
and it's like a hydro flask. It's like one of those thermoses.
And it actually keeps it really cold, right?
Yeah.
So summertime.
So summertime would be super dope. The thing is, though, if I like left it out in the sun, it is metal, so it would be hot. But the inside would be cool. So we're gonna leave it out and see if we can get the metal super hot, and then like rip it with an oven mitt, and hopefully not like burn. We'll have to use a moose lab thing, but
Yeah.
and then we'll fucking rip the hot bong, rip a nice cool hit out of the hot bong.
Oh, later.
Peace out, too crazy.
Too crazy. That boy be too
Cool
crazy.
hit hot bomb.
Cold hit out of a hot bong.
Oh.
That's the plan.
Cold head, hot bomb, windows up. That's the way I like to.
Yeah. Maybe at Earl Cup or something when it's hot outside. We'll just have the bong out there on the table, right? And it'll just be like, this bong's been out here all day and it's still cold. It's still a cold smoke. We'll have like a timer that says how long it's been sitting there.
Dude, that would be an invention. How long does that thing stay cold?
Oh no! But if you put that,
Finding that out?
if you put the Moose Lab thing on it like a cork, I think it would stay cold a lot longer even.
I don't know if you could get it on like a cork. It doesn't really do that.
It's not
So-
conical.
No, like
Well, I mean, not like fucking but like 98% of the fucking space could be contained by just setting it in there, and then
Yeah.
it's all insulated.
like
What up, Vega? What's going on, homie? Vega, did you get in on the Shadow IDO? That's my question. But yeah, the noodles were delicious. In case anybody was wondering,
I was.
it was just some nice garlic and olive oil on there, something nice. And I actually, yo, what up, dude? I do not. Please elaborate. Oh, there was so on the Solana network. I asked Vega if he got in on the Shadow Token IDO. It's they're doing something cool with file storage, and they've got some kind of protocol that's launching that's going to be native to their chain. And they did an IDO, which is similar to IPO when a company goes public or whatever, and you buy like shares, but you bought the tokens, and they had an NFT that was associated with it prior that they're going to give a bunch of tokens to. But it was almost like a different fundraiser thing for a business, which was kind of cool. It's like different and new. I think it's the first time that someone's really done it mainstream, but I don't know. It was interesting. Interesting concept. Things are changing, and not many people are privy to what's really happening. But like, that's the kind of shit. It's got money and soul, so definitely interested. That sounds so cool. That happened today. So what they did is yesterday for 24 hours, you were able to go put USDC, which is it's called a stable coin. It's US dollar coin, so it's always $1. But you deposited that into the thing, and then depending on how they had 30 million coins they were going to distribute, and depending on how much money they had was how much each coin cost, obviously. And I think it came out to them end up being like $1.73 a piece, and now they're like $2.80 or something. I don't know. It's on my phone, but what's cool though is that there's a whole nerd thing that's happening there that I could kind of go into, but that I'm not fully caught up on. But it's something it's different and dope. Lava, what up?
I feel like I'm slowly understanding fucking all that
stuff.
shit.
It's pretty legit.
Like NFT, that was like something new there, just kind of, and like, I don't know. And then apparently there's like a Metro world, or Meta world. Metaverse?
Yeah, so there's a lot of different.
Yeah, they're gonna hop on out, but thanks for having me.
Peace out, big cat.
Everybody.
Peace, guys.
Adios. There's a lot of different. So metaverse is what it is, and that's why Facebook calls themselves Meta now. I bet, because they're gonna push that terminology. Who knows? Maybe they came up with it, but it's like not necessarily metaverse isn't necessarily the same as like crypto shit, right? Not necessarily. It's more like, and there's a lot of different, there's a couple different theories or schools of thought, I guess, as to what the metaverse actually is, right? So what everyone says and what's kind of assumed is that it's like virtual reality, you know, and then you'll use the NFTs will be your items in there, or the space, like you could buy virtual real estate, right? Like Vega was just talking about Decentraland, and what that is that's like it's on Ethereum, the Ethereum blockchain, and it's literally like a game world, okay? And you buy pieces of it, and then you can put things on those pieces of digital real estate, right? But it's a game. And then what's cool about Decentraland is like they're kind of one of the OGs. And so I think, and I'm not 100% caught up on it, but I think that they're like allowing people to come in and then develop little games within their game, you know, within their little universe. So that's kind of what everyone's thinking, is that it's going to be like a virtual space, right? And like you go in there and like having a thing. But I think that only goes so far. You haven't played with the VR thing, so you play with the VR thing and you're like, okay, I kind of get it. It makes a little more sense when you experience what's happening. But I saw someone on Twitter say some shit that made more sense to me. And sure, it could have do with the VR thing. The VR thing is just going to be a new kind of entertainment, new kind of social interaction thing, right? Like social media kind of deal. It's going to be a new kind of deal. But this guy was talking that the metaverse is more like a point in time when your digital things are more valuable to you than your physical things, in terms of like identity, you know, like your little profile picture or the way people perceive you on the internet. You know, you don't put everything out there. Not everybody does. And you have like a, you know, it's what you make it instead of the way it is. And I think he went into it a whole bunch, and I'm doing him a disservice, this dude's theory, but more like, I don't know, think about this. And this was his example. Before like the radio, all of our attention was on whatever's happening around you, right? Like people there, birds and fucking smells and things. You didn't have screens.
Newspapers.
Yeah, right. Then you get the even the newspaper. So with that, before a newspaper, you know, you're only focused on your immediate surroundings. The newspaper then brings the outside world to you, and a percentage of your time is now spent. So now you're like 98% in the world and 2% on the newspaper, which is the rest of the world that you're not actually there. Then the radio increases that percentage. The TV increases that percentage, right? Like now you have a TV and you're spending 20% of your time watching TV and not paying attention to shit that's going on around you. Like, and when I say that, I mean like just the things that you can physically touch and see. So you then have the internet and social media, and now we're almost to a point where it's almost like 50-50. Like you'll be out in public on your phone though, right? And what's happening digitally on your phone, on the internet, the way you're interacting with people is valuable to you, right? And you dedicate part of your time to that, and you'll dedicate part of you will choose to say, okay, instead of sitting on the bus and talking to the person next to me, I'm going to go on my phone where I have curated a group of people that I enjoy interacting with, like-minded individuals that I can be a part of that community that has nothing to do with the physical location you're in, right? That the bus you're on, because otherwise you'd be talking to the old lady on the bus. Right. And, so, I mean, just kind of think about that and how we are already spending half our time in the metaverse, right? So
This sounds like GTA Online. That's what I keep imagining.
See, and I think that's just like one aspect of it, you know. It's like Free Guy. I don't know. I think when you have the capability to have like, are you familiar with AR as opposed to VR? Augmented reality. So like, you know how you ever played Pokemon Go or seen gameplay of Pokemon Go?
Yeah, I played Pokemon Go.
Okay, so you look, and then the Pokemon, you look through your phone, and the Pokemon's on your table, right? So that's augmented reality. It's what is around you and some digital shit on top of it. Virtual reality is the whole thing is digital, right?
Right.
And so with AR, you get like the glasses. And Google had some hell a long time ago. Snapchat tried to roll some out, and there's like Apple's coming out with some. And it'll like overlay on top of shit, right? Imagine your Apple Watch, right? And you have your Apple glasses, just using them as an example, and they're synced. And then you want to use your Apple Watch, and instead of doing this, it like pops up the little Star Wars hologram on your glasses. You just see it. It doesn't actually, right? I mean, think about any of that kind of stuff. You could have the fucking weather chilling in the corner or some weird shit or whatever. You could, and then, I don't know, it's just a big, so think about that. When you have AR laid over potentially on your whole life, just giving you little help and time saving things, that percentage of your digital life being more valuable to you than your physical life, not your life, but like the things. I don't know. It's not, to me, it's not that far of a jump to be like, to where that shit's like super valuable and you're putting real money on it. A lot of the NFT stuff right now is hype. Right?
True.
But okay, we will start using NFTs as ownership for cars, houses, medical records, real estate. The list goes on for real world application using the blockchain. Yeah. So, and that's the thing too, is blockchain, metaverse, two different things, but they can play into each other. Kind of deal. I don't know. Was that too much? Rant over.
Nah, it's good, dude. Like, I was really trying to like figure out more, find out more information about it.
Yeah, and Neuralink will play a huge part in the metaverse. So that's a real thing too. That the Neuralink, Elon Musk's brain implant thing, your little human upgrade.
Wow. So like Matrix shit.
I don't know. I don't know a lot about Neuralink. I just know it's, crossing that fucking mind, thing. So it's kind of dope. Start educating yourself, and will play a huge part in the lives moving forward. Yeah. What I'm super excited for that does really well with blockchain stuff is the Starlink. Right. So Elon Musk, again, he has Starlink he wants to do, which is going to be a series of satellites that'll provide satellite internet for the world, and I'm pretty sure for free, just like as like a thing that exists, and which that's a big deal, right? Like everybody on the internet potentially for nothing. Like every reach of the world has the opportunity. That's pretty intense.
At what cost? I'm just kidding.
I don't know. And so then you want to get into that. There's a possibility that it is altruistic, and he so in the crypto space, there's this concept. It's called a DAO, decentralized autonomous organization. Okay. And pretty much it's just like a management governing mechanism for an entity. And you would distribute, think about like a company, a traditional company that has like a board that decides things, and that's the shareholders make up the fucking shareholders vote on what's happening. You have more shares, you have more votes. They vote on what's happening, then it's accepted, and then the CEO does it, does whatever to execute whatever that happens, right? And or you'll have a board that's not shareholders run, but it's like a group of people that decide things, or like the government is you have the Congress, which is representative of the people, and then they make the rules, and then you have the president and stuff who's supposed to carry out the rules, right? So what the DAO is it'll have a scope. So it'll be like, this DAO is in charge of this money, and our purpose is to do X, Y, and Z. We want to save the fish. So you have a DAO, like say they do, you distribute some kind of voting. So either you can have a bunch of tokens and be like, there's this fish token, and for anyone who has a fish token gets to vote in what we do with the fish, save the fish money to save the fish. We want to save the fish, and we got this shit going on, right? So you could also do it with an NFT. So let's say there's 100 of these fish, right? Everyone who has a fish gets to vote. You buy the fish, it puts money into the account that the people with the fish token vote on what to do. There'll be a proposal. It'll be like, we should go offshore the Indian Ocean and clean up all the poop. Because it's going to be good for the fish. And then everyone's like, yeah. And then some people are like, no. But then they vote out, and then whatever happens, then they fucking have whatever they're going to do to make it happen. What's cool about that is there's a lot less of the human element where people decide to do something or decide to not, or something's nefarious or something like that, right? And it gives people an opportunity to be involved in something and run something where things are just executed. Because think about this. If you are like, how about the Red Cross? There's a big issue with these big charities that people think are these nonprofit charities, and they're like, oh, but the CEO steals all the money. Or like the church dude that just got busted with all the money in his closet, Olstein, right? And so if it was on the blockchain, where there's like computer code executing these things. They're like, we're donating this money and it's going to go to these people in Haiti to pay for this. Then when the vote happens, it would just automatically happen and the money gets sent out. And there's no person there to be like, I'm going to take 10% and put it in my fucking wall. You know what I mean? And it's not only good for that, but there's just that in general. And I forget how we get onto that. Oh, so imagine now Starlink, you said at what cost? So I think we could really come up with a situation where this Starlink, like if it's one person controlling it and then they're like evil and then they're like monitoring everybody's things or saying, you can't put your content or your information out here, you know, and we're going to control what people see so we can influence the way they act, right? That kind of shit. There is a definite, for something on that scope that's like worldwide information access, like I definitely think that there's a potential for malicious intent and malicious action like you're talking about, right? But if you have something like a DAO, right, where maybe there's a fair way for distribute the votes in the DAO or whatever, or even whatever the DAO does could be very limited, but the Starlink itself could like run, like just keep humming. And then there's only there's a DAO that's implemented to make sure that, you know, something doesn't happen or just things keep humming or whatever. And, it'd be completely transparent. Everything that happens on the blockchain is like on wax, like the shit is down. So the stealing the 10% would be documented. The fucking nefarious things would be seen. And then that's how you like stamp that out as like a people. Cause we're, you know, especially you're talking about everyone in the world having internet for free. Like, we're global. We're just people now instead of, you know, groups of people. We're all just people and we can be our own selves at that point. But, I don't know more. I gotta get off on tangents, but I think that there is a way, and the blockchain stuff does give us an opportunity to have something as fucking impactful as like a global internet thing and not have it be fucking shitty. That's all I'm saying. I've been thinking about that one a lot, but let's smoke. And Candid, you know, there's going to be Kanna Crew NFT, right?
That would be dope.
It's going to be dope.
So NFT, that's basically what, like some kind of artwork that has digital information?
Kind of. What it is you've got, so NFT stands for non-fungible token, right? That's what it stands for. So what is a fungible token? When something is fungible, it means it's just that there's a bunch of copies of it, or it's just the same and interchangeable as something else. Like a dollar bill, right? Like each dollar, while they have different serial numbers, so they are like physical different dollars, they're all exactly the same in value, in use, you know, like there's both $2 are the same, except for like a collector's thing, you know, because then you're like, oh, I got the rare one that from WW2 kind of deal. Like that's a different deal. But like there's like, if you took that collector's dollar and took it to Circle K, it would spend for $1, right? Like, so that's a thing, but that means those are fungible. Those dollars are fungible. Non-fungible means it's fucking unique, right? Like, I don't know.
Non-interchangeable.
It's not the same as something else. Like it's, like you are fungible or you are non-fungible, right?
Yeah. Because
you're you, there's only you. Candid, there's
Yeah.
only you. Okay, so
Yeah.
so what these NFTs are is they're tokens. So you have some that are fungible, like Bitcoin or Solana or Ethereum, where they're used transactionally or to do things, right? But each one is all the same, and you can have little parts of them. You can have like 0.5 Bitcoin and or whatever, and it's whatever. Non-fungible means that there's one, or it's like limited, right? And so like with the DAO, for instance, you could say that everyone that has this non-fungible token, there's only 100 of them. You have a vote, and it's not like someone could go make another one and you're like, yo, this is the token, right? Like I got one, and you're like, no, there's a contract on the internet, a piece of code that exists that says these are the ones, and we can see all the wallets that want, like everything gets a little serial number kind of thing, a contract ID or contract address, it's called. And you would see the contract address from the one token, and you would know that it was authentic, but then you'd see the contract address from the token that was presented to you that was fake, and it would have a different contract address, right? Like you can't alter it once it's happened unless it's set up that way, but then you'd be able to see that that's how it's set up, right? And you would see that a new token was made under that contract or whatever. Like it's all out there. There's no, like the whole screenshot it and it's the same. It doesn't work. And the reason why is because the art isn't what makes it an NFT. It's that token that has the unique ID belonging to that, mint or contract or whatever, that's what makes it an NFT. The art is attached to that NFT, right? And that's why I said that most of them won't, most of them are just getting value off of hype, is because it like that'll be it. Like when they started coming out, that was it. It was a token with a picture, and that was it, right? And then but then they started to become like collectors things, because you got to think a lot of the crypto people have a bunch of money because they've been buying crypto since it was worth nothing, and now it's worth something, right? And they got a bunch of tokens, and so they'll spend them on whatever. And so the astronomical numbers a lot of times aren't like rich people in the world buying shit. It's more like crypto rich people, right? Like they might be rich in real life because of the crypto or whatever, but they've been buying it forever. So they've got 60 Ethereum because they've got fucking 1,000 of them or whatever, right? But off subject, what started happening was people were making money off the NFT thing, but they didn't have what they call utility. Like the tokens didn't do anything. They were just associated with pictures. So then over time it's kind of been an evolving space where now these tokens will start doing something, to where now, like what I was saying earlier about the one token on Solana, is they did their NFTs. And if you held one of the NFTs when they dropped the token for their protocol, they distributed half of the tokens to anyone who held the NFT. So like it was like a fundraising thing, like for a business. Like normally you'd go in a fundraising round, like if you were trying to get outside investments, right? The seeding rounds and shit like that. And you go talk to people like Shark Tank. You go to Shark Tank and you're like, I want to invest in this business, or I want you to invest in my shit. Like those are the kind of venture capitalists. And then they like buy what you do in the crypto world. Instead of buying shares like you do on the stock market, you would buy tokens. And then they do like, we have this many available for all the, investors to buy. And then they use that money to build their shit and do all the cool stuff they want. The investors got in early. They make a bunch of money because it grows, yada, yada. Well, what they did is, instead of having a bunch of investors that were like suits at banks and shit, they did an NFT drop to just the community, and anybody could go in there and try to mint one until they sold out. Right. And that's how they raised their money to do all the shit. And then when they fucking dropped the thing, they gave everyone their shit and yada, yada. And so the point is that the NFT isn't the picture. The picture is associated with the NFT. It's something you can see instead of just a string of numbers, right? And then the pictures, though, kind of build their own little thing. Like, oh, I think those look cool, and people think they look cool, and then it kind of people gravitate to them. They get value, and then over time they're like, okay, how can we make our shit dope? And they build a little community, and they start adding features. And because here's the thing: is like some of these things are 10,000 items in a collection. They raise a lot of money, and so there's a lot of money at their disposal to do stuff. Whatever they want. And we're starting to see it's starting to change again. But let me give you a little sneak peek, Candid. A little in real life application. So we're thinking about making an NFT, right? And we got a plan for there to be a Kanna coin in the future and it have some kind of use. And I'm not going to get into what our plans are for that necessarily. But we're going to do one that's going to be a small drop, like a small thing at the beginning. And
or the chair.
We're going to use a small drop at the beginning where people can buy the NFT and they'll get in the club, right? And there's going to be perks associated with that. But what we're going to do is we're going to take that money from that first one and we're going to pay like computer programmers and shit, and we're going to build it's called a DApp, decentralized application, pretty much just a website on the blockchain, so to speak. But it's going to be cool. And we're going to try to sell bongs for crypto on the fucking blockchain. Right. And I got a whole scheme, right? I've been thinking about it. That's going to make it super dope. But what'll happen is like, somehow, some way, the people in the club that bought the original NFT, they'll make some of the money off of the DApp, right? And that'll give that NFT value. There's a bunch of other stuff to make that shit worth it. But that's kind of the idea. Then later, when we get that going, because it doesn't take a lot of money to make that, by the way. We've been talking for a long time about making a club where you can come in and smoke, like the Skunks Lodge. Like you got the Moose Lodge and the Elks Lodge, but it's the Skunks, homie. And you come in and you come chill and post up at the club and smoke, and then there's amenities and yada, yada. I've been thinking about doing that since 2014 when it was only medically legal out here. And I was working in a smoke shop. My first time working in a smoke shop, I'm like, man, we need a club. And I was trying to come up with gray area solutions to make it happen. And some of those elements still exist in the present idea, but we definitely want to have a club that's like, dope. But what we'll do is we'll do a second NFT drop. Okay. That'll be larger. That will market to a wider base. And we'll use that money to build it, to pay for a clubhouse, to make a clubhouse. Right. So then you have the NFT, you can get into the club kind of deal. And, so a lot of, that's how we're thinking about using it. And so like if you, on our little blockchain website, our DApp, if you had the one NFT, you just off top, it would recognize it in your wallet and you'd get a discount, on the, like it'd just be automatic. You pay the little thing and your shit gets, I mean, I remember we were talking, I don't know if it was you, but I was talking about the certificate authentication NFT thing. Was I telling you about, like, Roar, the bong company Roar?
Yeah.
So when you buy a Roar now, and it's only been around for a couple of years, you get a little tag on your bong that's like a serial number. And then you can like verify on their website that it's authentic, that it is a Roar, that came from Roar, that they made it then, right? Well, we'll do the same thing with NFTs. And the reason why you do it with NFTs, there's a couple, but one real world application is, think about this. When Roar has that information on their website, that's where it exists. It exists on that server, wherever that server is. Roar's in Germany. There's a Germany branch, and then there's which is the OG shit, and then there's the American chain. But so let's say you buy from the American one, they're probably not hosting their own server for their website, and it's on rented space in a server farm somewhere in like Chicago or something. And that's where the data is physically stored. Like the digital data is physically stored places. So that's where it's stored. And if something were to happen, God forbid, to that, and their backups weren't in order, that information is lost. And your certificate of authentication now, your code that you could verify on their website is gone, and there's no more verification. It's over. The likelihood of that happening, I don't think is extremely high, but it's possible, right? So with the blockchain, you have copies of the whole chain on all of the validators' computers. On Ethereum, there's almost 200,000 of them, and they work in unison to verify that all the information is accurate. And it's like shared storage of the information, so to speak, and makes it a lot more secure in terms of the longevity of your certificate of authentication, right? So we're going to do that. The other reason why we'd use NFT certificate, you ready for it? The metaverse thing. So in the VR world, imagine if your Bong certificate of authentication is in your motherfucking VR video game, and you're smoking you have your bong like in your little Sims house, and you're fucking, you know what I mean? Like, that's pretty cool. And just something kind of cool. But the certificate of authentication is the real jam on that. But, so we got plans, and, need money to make plans happen though. So that's why the NFT fundraising thing, I think is kind of cool, and I think people will dig it. You smoking?
Yeah.
And
what is that?
Vega. It's just a little nectar collector. It's just a straight shot, but it's full of wax. I got to melt it out into a capsule or two, maybe.
Oh.
What up, Christina? Vega, separate Discord? I don't think so. I think we're just going to run it in the Kanna Crew Discord because of the way we're going to integrate it into the whole Kanna Crew thing. We're going to try to do. Not going to be necessary to have the NFT to kick it. That's not what's going to happen. But it's going to be like part of it. So we're going to leave it in the Kanna Crew Discord. Just so you know. He asked.
We just have like another category.
Yeah, and then what'll happen is if you hold the skunk, there will be a separate one even that you can't see unless you have it. Yo, what up, Christina? What's going on?
Hi guys.
Hello.
New Year.
Happy New Year.
How's it been so far?
It's like a new year, new you.
Like my turtleneck.
Yep, it's perfect.
Hell yeah.
I love turtlenecks. I love them so much.
Where did my
I get them from Goodwill. If y'all wanted to know.
Goodwill's the hookup on the turtlenecks?
Yeah. Actually, I almost bought a bitch at Goodwill for a turtleneck one time.
You almost bought someone for a turtleneck in Goodwill?
Yeah. I had it. I literally thought I had all the turtlenecks in that freaking building, and I saw her with the one that I saw, but I didn't really think it was a turtleneck, and it didn't really have a pattern that I liked. But once she took it out, I was like, I can wear that.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
Me. But she's like, no, I want this. And I'm like, I think I'm going to wear it longer than you.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
It went there. You
But
called her old. You called her old.
Yeah. Called her out on the shit.
Ready, babe?
It was pretty crazy. My New Year's is pretty fine. We had a fight in like one of the biggest McDonald's I've ever been to in my life.
What?
It had a pizza store in there. Like, what McDonald's has a pizza place?
The ones at the mall, and really it's the mall has the pizza place.
No, it had like glass doors and stuff. Like, it was huge. Like,
it was a McDonald's food court?
Have you ever seen McDonald's with sliding glass doors that just open when you walk in? No.
A McDonald's with one of those?
Yes.
Yeah. They have those in Japan. The McDonald's
Ooh.
in Japan is awesome.
And
Yeah.
how much is it for a plane ticket to Japan? Tell me that right now.
Like,
It's probably a lot, like 1,000 or more. Over.
I checked so Dom and I went to Rolling Loud in like 2019 in Miami, and that shit was dope. And then I was like, man, next year I'm gonna go somewhere super dope, like
I'm supposed to
like
Miami
Tokyo. I'm going to Tokyo, and it was like $1,400 for the
Damn,
thing.
round trip.
Yeah, for like a year out kind of thing. I don't know. I think a year out is too far. There's a point when you book airline shit when it's too far and you start getting taxed. And then it couldn't have been a year.
Yeah.
That seems
How much have y'all spent to
Sounds
ever get
fucking
into?
stupid. Okay, what's up? Sorry.
How much have you guys spent to ever get into a club? Let me ask you that.
How much pay to get into a club?
Maybe like $10. Maybe
Have I or would I?
I had to pay the bouncer $20 a head. We had 7 people with us. So he's like, in order for you to skip the line, you got to pay me $20 for each head you got in your
Oh,
group.
you fast passed it.
So basically, that's what we did. And then once we skipped everybody in the line was, long as fuck. Okay, and so we were like happy to skip the line. $60 still get in.
A piece?
$60 to the club. It's called the Club Tier. It's a really nice club, but it's expensive. I got a drink thrown in my face.
Good
Almost
God.
whacked it. Yeah. You know
What
what?
club is that?
Dumbass decided to put 2 drinks in the bathroom counter right next to the sink, where when I was walking in, I accidentally moved my bag a little bit and I knocked over a drink. I didn't even realize that there were drinks there. So she's like, "You gonna pay for my drink?" Pulls out the receipt. The bitches were $60.
So you paid $80 to get into the place you had to spend $60 on a drink.
$14 for a drink. Like
Yeah,
7
it brings flat.
Pass. I would
So it
pass. I would not go there.
Her girlfriend comes up to me.
I think
I was like, yeah, I'll go to the bar and tell them that I knocked over your drinks on accident, but I do not have the money to. And I went with her to the bar. She got her drinks. Everything was fine until her girlfriend came up out of the bathroom and was like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "I accidentally knocked over your drinks in the bathroom." Meanwhile, I'm fucking drunk. And so I'm like, "I knocked over your drinks on accident. I gotta go, bye." I walk away, and next thing you know, she comes up to me fast as fuck. And I had the drink holding like this, and I'm like, partying or whatever. Comes up to me, and she's like, "I hear you all the way across the house." Okay, anyway, I'm a loud talker. All house up in here. But anyways, that's how that went down. Plus 2 fights that had somebody bleeding out their fucking mouth.
Goodness gracious. That's what people pay $80 for.
It was really. I was having a.
That's how you get your money's worth.
Yeah, exactly. I'm taking my money out on somebody's ass. All right, hold on.
Well, I was just kind of making people feel really good. Like, I was drunk, so when I'm drunk, I kind of tell people they look really nice at the club. So I'll go up to you and be like, "I love your shirt."
Yo.
And they'll be like, "Yeah." Every person I went up to, I said, "I love your shirt," or like, "Here, gotta go by." It was funny.
And why did you do that? Just for fun?
Well, I had originally girl on the way back to the car garage, and I was like, "Oh my god, I saw you earlier. Your titties look awesome in that dress. It just looked great." Her boyfriend was looking at me funny, and I was with 3 or 5 other people, but the 2 girls I was with, my friends, had men with them that they brought with them as a boyfriend deal. I don't fucking know. And
You were the 5th wheel.
they just kind of ran up on that motherfucker, but because he said something like, "Oh, what's it to you?" Like, as I was walking away to the girl, she was like, "You look good too," or whatever. And I was like, "Yeah, I could probably bring you home tonight, but you got a boyfriend." and so Cody, I guess, was around, and he was like saying something, and next thing you know, I turn around and he socked him right in the face. Like,
Jeez.
I don't know what was, but he was begging and pleading not hit him anymore, and I was already down the street. I was like, "I'm."
It was like that.
Like, "You bitch! Like, you fucked my boyfriend!" Blah, blah, blah. All of us are drunk, laughing at the same time. What's going on?
Damn.
So, I never had a night like that. I liked it.
Was it worth it?
It was, other than my stockings ripping to where it made my whole outfit look disgusting. I mean, yeah. And then a drink being thrown in my face where it messed up my makeup and my hair that I curled for 2 hours.
Yeah, that'll. That upset me.
I lie to you. My friends love or like.
I can't tell you the last
I
time I curled my hair for 2 hours.
really nice with curly hair, like actually curled really nice if someone actually knew how to do it. I don't know how to curl my hair by myself, so I was kind of half-assing it, honestly. I burnt myself like 3 times.
Very nice.
Yeah. So, crazy New Year's.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, I just went to the in-laws and drunk over there.
Went to the in-laws?
For the most part, like, I kind of just really wish that my stockings didn't break because they were bedazzled stockings. So they had diamonds on them, and that's my dress.
Yeah.
And so the thing is, girls who are a little bit thicker in the thighs, you know, it just doesn't work out with stockings. It just does not.
They like
work.
ripping stuff, or they don't fit right?
No, not that, but like being the fact that like they were rubbing together, not like crazy, but like the
I get it. It wears the shit
like,
out.
No, they were getting knotted, like to where like the
Oh.
stockings lined with each other. So I'm in the bathroom like ripping my stocking.
Good God.
I like can't take it anymore. I'm like, dude, I cannot have like this wound up thing in the middle of my crotch because of the stockings. It's not. I paid $13 for those stockings. I was pissed.
Should have just got them from Goodwill.
I've been wanting like stockings for a while, but like the dazzled ones to go out with, they're a little fire. But clearly they don't hold up very well, which is a problem.
That is a problem. Because
So,
you
yeah.
don't want to go around ripping your crotch out. So, other than that, everything's been good. Done. What's up? Right on.
Just an in-depth thing of what happened. I want to know how your New Year's went. Tell me all the details.
I did Friday night freestyle, and then
What?
and I hung out with my little nephew.
You with your who?
My nephew. My
Do you have any of the
my
around? 'Cause
my
I love-
cugino. Do I have any of
They
them
don't ever-
around?
camera? They don't even, come say
No,
hello.
I don't have them in here when I'm streaming and smoking and stuff.
Oh, that makes sense. My bad.
Yeah. So I don't know. He might be around. He lives next door. So he's here a
Yeah.
lot.
Did you get a little tippy?
No, I don't drink.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oopsie.
No drinking for me. Not because I've had an issue with it or anything, but I just don't. It's not my thing.
No, that's understandable. I'm very lightweight when it comes to alcohol.
Yeah.
So I could have one cran and be off my ass. Okay? So
That happens.
that's the problem. But, I'm a smoker, not a drinker. So I was definitely not going to pay $14 for a drink that I wanted.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And it was $36 for one shot.
Damn. I've been to places like that. They get you like that in Vegas.
Vegas, I can imagine, is like horrible.
Well, if you go to like some kind of bougie place, like the Encore Beach House, Beach Club, Encore Beach Club.
Yeah.
Them motherfuckers is like $40, $60 a shot kind of deal. And they probably got more expensive ones. I didn't buy any of that shit. And I got thrown out of there twice.
Okay, now they're just finessing us because at this point, there's no way in hell that a shot is worth $60 for that big of a shot. That much.
Trying to vibe, man.
That shot get me off my ass where I can't walk. I'm like a baby deer.
No, it's like regular run-of-the-mill shit. Be like pineapple Ciroc for $45 a shot, $60 a shot. I'm telling you, it's the thing that happens. And motherfuckers is crazy. But
It was too much. I couldn't. I was looking at the bartender like, is there like any way that you can help me out here? It's New Year's.
yeah, but how many people you think like damn.
I was kind of for drinks, but like I didn't want a guy to pay for my drinks. I feel like that's weird. If I'm just walking up to you sober and being like, so I'm a cute girl, and you're like an okay kind of guy.
So
You
okay.
like I'm not gonna do.
Okay, if you go up to somebody and say, I'm a cute girl and you're an okay kind of guy, like, what do you think their response is going to be?
No, actually, were trying to get me to get drinks, and I kept telling them, she's like, why you come to the club if you don't want to freaking hunt down guys to buy you drinks?
Oh, that's
like,
crazy.
because-
That's intense.
I don't have that finesse. I really don't. Like, I've had one guy buy me a drink in my life, and it was an old man at a bar, and he comes up to me and my friend. He's like, you guys are cute girls. Let me buy you guys a drink.
See, because he was the guy
Okay.
in the club. He's used to buying people drinks when he goes out. But here's the deal. I skipped that whole scene. I'm not in any of that thing. That go to the club. I think I've been to the club like 4 times in my life. And I don't know if I really enjoyed it any of those times. So
I don't
that's
enjoy
where
it.
I'm at
I
in my
don't-
life.
But like the fact that there were so many people there, and I felt like I was being suffocated by blunt smoke all over me.
Oh, they were
People were
smoking
smoking-
blunts? That's interesting.
Yes, like you can smoke weed in this club, and there was a lady in the bathroom. You know, like in the movies where they have like a chaperone in the bathroom.
Yeah.
She had like a basket with backwoods in it, with
Oh, dope.
her spray, dry shampoo, all the things that you would need in a club, really.
So they have weed and alcohol?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
I'm pretty sure you could probably buy weed off of her in the bathroom too. Like,
Fuck around.
but she was slumped. Like, honestly, when I walked in there, she was out, like sleeping in a chair, and all of her products were just on the counter. And I feel like people were just stealing them at that point.
Are you sure are you sure there wasn't just a basket and then some lady passed out?
No, she was wearing all black and like she was there to work.
But she passed out?
No, she was asleep. It was like 4 a.m., 2 a.m.
Yeah, but she was
And
working.
Yeah, but I would be kind of like a little bit scared to be like sleeping in a bathroom full of drunk people.
That's what I'm saying. That doesn't sound like that sounds like something
there's
weird happened.
Shit.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you should. I don't know. Hopefully that lady's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully that lady, you know.
It's just loud. So this is what I don't like about the club and a lot of other big public things. When it's just super loud and you can't even like hear what's going on, and it's just loud, right? And then you can't talk to somebody and it's just loud. And then sticky floors, disgusting. I hate that shit.
Oh my god,
Like
my friend was
filing
on the
through a
floor.
bunch of people on a sticky floor is about, when it's really loud, is about the worst thing. And then everyone smells like booze. It's bad. I can't do it.
But then again, when you're drunk, you don't really notice all those things.
Yeah, I don't drink. So then that's the other thing. When you're drunk, you can tolerate it, but you still have the experience. So you can tolerate it and stomach it, but the negative grading that happens against your soul still happens. And so it still does take a toll on,
I don't.
well, at
go
least
out
my
much.
essence as a human.
Honestly, if I had alcohol, I could, no problem. It's just I'm like a social drinker, so
Yeah,
When
I
I'm
get
out-
that. I get that.
I'll drink. But most of the time, after I have one drink, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna need a blunt, and then like the next 20 minutes. So
Yeah.
like this is not gonna be me. Like I like to be cross-faded like a lot. So
Okay. Well, see, and you smoke tobacco out of your bong.
I
Like,
do.
Yeah.
Grandma-
So like, yeah, no, I could never do that. I would die. I think I might like just croak. Death. Like,
I think that you
it's bad.
now and show everybody that that's not the case.
I should do it.
Because I'm sure that you can roll up a backwood right now, cut a piece off of it, smoke that shit in the bong, and see how high you get, and tell me I'm wrong.
First off, rolling the backwood, I'd become nauseated. By the time I had the rip, I'd fucking
You don't like backwoods?
I would turn green, and then I would die. Like, no, I don't smoke. So I definitely don't like backwoods. That is way too much. That is a fat ass cigar leaf, and you're not supposed to inhale cigar smoke. First off, second, I don't smoke any tobacco. I used to smoke Swishers and Optimos in high school, and then I stopped a few years ago and said, you know what, I'm cool, and now I can't do it. It gives me a headache every time. A Swisher Sweet will give me a headache. So a backwood.
First of all,
Death.
Swisher Sweets get no hype in my life or
Death.
when I'm on live because I hate them.
Okay.
If anybody's smoking a Swisher
Optimos.
Sweet on
They
fire,
don't really make Optimos like they used to, though.
you want to throw hands.
Icy
smoking
Optimo.
Swishers.
Icy Optimo used to be my favorite. When cigarillos were cigarillos.
The brand 1882.
Okay, so that's the Swisher Backwood, right? No, it's not. That's
1882 is their own brand, but it's like backwoods.
Garcia
But it's not.
Vega. I think it's Garcia Vega. The Swisher Backwood is called the Outlaw, I believe.
See, my bong is so clogged where I can't even smoke these anymore, honestly.
What is it?
It's bad. It's clogged, my bong, although I really don't want to clean it. So
I see. I see. Oh, scheisse. I got lightheaded. But no, I don't smoke any tobacco. None. Schlangs, what's happening? None whatsoever. Gives me a headache, makes me sick. I don't even like to hit it. My brother has it. Sometimes I hit it, sometimes I don't. It's rough. I hate it. Hemp wraps are good now. Like, they used to be really bad, but now they're pretty good. So, I fuck with that shit.
I mean, as much as I would like to smoke just straight flower out of my bong, I hate. It's like the opposite for me. Smoking straight flower out of a bong makes me kind of like gag. I feel like I'm not gonna get high at all.
Well, that's just because you're smacked out on nicotine. You like that. Like, that's the thing. And then smacked out on nicotine. That's rude. But it's I mean, you like smoking tobacco. Like, that's just what it is.
Honestly, I don't. I need to for me to consistently have that same high.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. You like that. But like,
Right, yeah.
So do you smoke shisha? You smoke hookah? Not at all. My brother loves hookah, loves it, and he smokes fucking blunts, and he smokes, and he likes to smoke a backwood every now and then, and it's like a nice thing.
Hookah's no joke.
Some people like that
I
shit.
don't-
Some people like, and here's the thing: is maybe you don't like all the tobaccos. Some people like to smoke big old Johnson cigars, and some people like to smoke little frajitos. You know what I mean? And that's just a thing. But y'all like tobacco, and some people like to smoke blunts and have tobacco with their weed, and that is a thing. And some people like tobacco. Like, tobacco wouldn't be this big giant global thing since the 1400s if people didn't like that shit. I'm just not one of those people.
Yeah, and I'm kind of happy that I'm 21 or 22. So right when the law changed, I was of age. Yeah, because you have to be 21 to buy.
Yeah.
You have to buy Delta 8 too. You have to be 21 to buy Delta 8 at where I work, which is kind of crazy. Because a lot of young kids, actually 3 young kids, came in my work today. And automatically, it says on the door that you have to be 18 and up. But 18 is only for CBD. Like, if you're 18, you can only buy CBD. So
I've worked in a spot like that, and you have to gate. That shit sucks, because then you're like checking people when they walk in. I guess pros and cons, right? But like, to People are like weirded out by that. Some people.
It's hard to honestly like explain it, but the way I explain it, and I might be wrong, I'm just getting information from what my managers have told me, and like they've been doing this for a while. I looked it up myself, and I feel like it's right, but like I was told that Delta 8 is derived from hemp and cannabis. So the two plants actually make another plant together, and those buds have THC on it, but it's not technically a cannabis plant, so it's legal for us to sell in the store. So the way they describe it is like a loophole in the system. I mean, I'm trying to figure out a better way of describing it because I feel like people get like out by that.
So what we smoke in weed, what I'm smoking right here is I'm smoking Delta 9 tetrahydrocannabinol or whatever, right? And that.
But you get your dispensary. That's different.
What?
You get your stuff from a dispensary. That's different, and it's also legal.
Right. So we're That's what people are after, and it's the psychoactive component that we've been smoking in weed forever, right? And the thing is that there are other, little parts. Like there's other chemicals. It's not just, it's not just D9 THC that we're smoking. Like there's a whole host of other things. Well, I guess somewhere in when you process it, and maybe you grow it to be a certain way to be rich in one and not the other, but there's some kind of molecular difference to make it Delta 8 as opposed to Delta 9, but it's still THC, right? So the law is talking about Delta 9 THC.
Yeah.
So the loophole is that it doesn't explicitly state, Delta 8. It explicitly states Delta 9, leaving everything else on the table. And but I'm pretty sure you still fail a drug test, by the way.
Yeah, you do. And I let all my customers know that before they buy anything. I'm like, some people will come into the store and be like, yeah, my doctor said I wanted to try this, but I also have this woman came in and brought her literal medical paperwork and said, this is all the medications I take. What can you give me that won't contract this, or whatever that word is?
Contradict.
And I'm like, honestly, I'm not a doctor. I wear a white coat, but I'm not a doctor. And I want you to know that you have to go back to your doctor, and because she bought like this really expensive thing we have that's specifically made for sleep, and it's like a tincture, and it's very potent, like to the point where like if you take a full tincture of it and you're not like familiar on how it's going to affect your body, it might hit you very hard. So I told this woman to at least try like a couple drops before you take a full dropper. And she comes in and she's like, I was like I had like a whole headache, a migraine, blah blah blah. I'm like, well, why? And she's like, because I took a full thing of it and I think it kind of fucked me up. And I was like, yeah, I didn't tell you to start out like that. Like I let everybody before they buy things that like this is what's gonna happen. And Delta 8 is literally, I tell people with a higher tolerance, Delta 8 is really not gonna like give you a hardcore kind of high. It's just gonna relax you and give you like a mellow type of high if you have a high tolerance. But if you have a low tolerance you've never smoked before in your life, this type of shit might fuck you up.
So
you know what I mean? So it's different.
Fucking A.
So we have Delta 10 gummies that are amazing. And people who try them like really like them, but they're very potent to where you only need like a half of one or like a full one maybe. And I always tell people that they're very similar to dispensary gummies, but it's just like you have to have an open mind when you're starting to figure out with Delta 8 and stuff like that, because you're going to be disappointed if you're going to go into it thinking that it's like dispensary grade stuff.
Same thing.
And it's not.
Yeah, it's different.
So I like go into a full spiel with my customers sometimes, and they'll be like, okay, thanks for the information. Bye. Like, you're not going to buy something.
Yeah. Maybe they're
like,
cops.
just purchase something.
Maybe they're cops. Or they're just interested. You know, like it's new for a lot of people. It's been something like a lot of people grew up thinking that a lot of negative things about the community, right? And so, you know, now they're seeing it in the fucking mall and they're like, oh, I'm gonna go talk to them. What is this all about? Why, that's just
older
humans.
people have like a lot more time on their hands to kind of sit there and like listen. But like kids that are like younger than me, like 18, 19 years old, will come in and like dog me about the fact that I work at a CBD store. And then she's like, you could be working at a dispensary, getting all this real stuff. Like, what the fuck is this? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dude, half the time when people talk to me like that, my bro leaves. Because you're not going to buy anything.
Yeah,
and I don't have anything to sit here and conversate with you about how Delta 8 is not shit and Delta 9 THC is. We all know that. Like, people just don't want to do.
Yeah. Straight up.
And it's
They
such
go,
good.
you ever been to you ever seen an A&W? Like the restaurant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't go to A&W and ask for a motherfucking Muggs root beer. All right? You get an A&W. So go to the Mug store if you want that. Motherfucker.
Yeah.
Bargs. Go to the Bargs store if you want fucking Bargs root beer.
And we actually sell flour by the gram. So there's people that will come in and I'll weigh it in front of you. Like if you just buy a gram, it's like $13 after tax. And I'm only going to give you a gram if you're just, I don't know you and I've never seen you before. Like sometimes I'll go over a gram. Like
you got like a little promotional thing?
Yeah. But this motherfucker comes in and he's like, this will make you laugh because it made me like burst out laughing because in his face, really, because I was like, are you that dumb? So he comes in and he's like, I want some flour. I said, okay, how much do you want? We got a gram for this much, an eighth for this much.
What
he's
do
like,
you need?
Yeah. He's like, yeah, I came in here the other day and got like, an eighth for like $5. And I was like, you are lying out of your asshole if you think that that's what we're doing here in this, because that's not what we're doing. And I was with this new kid, like he was brand new, so he's just watching this entire situation go down. And so I'm weighing out almost 6 grams for him because he's like, oh, I want 2/8. So I'm like, okay, weighing out like a 6.5 or whatever, putting it in a bag, and it comes out to like around like $60, $50 after tax. And he's like, it's like $1.30 a gram. So what's going on here? How is it $60?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, at this point, like you're trying to fuck around with me because there's no way you can buy anything by the gram for $1.30. That's gonna get you high, bud. So
yeah.
Where are you coming from? What planet are you fucking descending from? Because it's not here. And you need to go with that mindset. And he had his girlfriend with him, and his girlfriend was like trying to fucking, get at me for not giving him what her boyfriend wanted. And I'm like, bitch, you're over here and like basically barefoot, wearing a blanket over you, and your boyfriend is wearing clothes that don't match, and you're over here trying to dog me about a gram that you guys think you're gonna get for $1 a gram.
Well, yeah.
Which is that would we be losing money if I gave you that much.
Well, I mean, you think if she couldn't afford shoes, she definitely wasn't about to pay top dollar.
I honestly I don't want to get, but like that's literally what I was thinking. I'm like, just like I know how to sell, and I know when people who come in want to buy something. Like there's times where I'll turn on like my flirtatious vibes and be like, okay, and I'll have people buy multiple products just because I'm really they know that I'm trying to sell them stuff. And sometimes it's weird because when I get in my zone, like you can't shut me up. Like, ask me whatever kind of question you want. I got like a whole spiel for you. But
I get it. The spiel is important.
But I mean, this one guy. I'm sorry, I'm just like saying all this extra shit. But he was an older guy, and we were having buy one get one free on Christmas Eve.
Okay.
And he was like talking to me about. I just dropped my blunt that I was going to smoke. But he was talking to me about how he likes to talk to pretty women.
Okay.
And I was sitting there talking to him for probably about 45 minutes, standing in front of dummies that he knew he was going to buy. But he was just talking to me about, random stuff, about how I'm a really good saleswoman and that he's met a lot of salespeople in his lifetime.
He's hyping you up.
Basically.
Hell yeah.
And so he's like, okay, like, I'll shut up and blah, blah, blah. He gives me his number. This man is probably in his 50s, honestly. He's like, yeah, we can just meet for lunch one day and talk about more of this stuff. And I'm like, yeah, buddy, because I'm really going to save your number and text you about meeting up for brunch. Not going to happen. So, and he actually came in. Actually, I was so upset or like so embarrassed because I'm walking back to my bathroom and I see him on the way back, like walking into my job.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like walking past this door and he's like, oh, hey, was it you that called me the other day? Because I was wondering if it was you. Meanwhile, I fucking threw his number in the garbage. So I'm like, no, actually, I had to go babysit my sister's dog for work that night. And it's just, it was a lot of work. She had a babysitter. She's in South Carolina. I was like messing up my like lie a little bit because I was so embarrassed. Like that was, I promise you, that was on me. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right on. Well.
It was kind of, my coworkers started laughing about that because the low-key watched me like, have like a whole conversation with Bill, and then them just like want to talk to me just because I'm a female, because we really only have like guys there that work there. There's like the guys overpower the girls, so there's mostly like girls there or guys there.
Yeah.
So weird.
I see.
But we need someone that's Spanish, and we don't have one.
You don't have a Spanish?
We don't have a Spanish coworker. So weird. I honestly wish I spoke Spanish, because honestly a lot of people come into my job that speak Spanish, and
really?
I can't conversate with you, bud. I'm sorry. I try my hardest, but I only know like 3 words in Spanish.
A word? I know a lot of words.
So
but I don't know how to put them all together properly.
You say that's, how do you say?
Yeah.
That's what that means.
Yeah.
And then I think that might be Italian though, because I saw it on Jersey Shore, so I'm not sure if it was Spanish or Italian, because they were in Italy at the time.
Como se dice?
Yeah.
So who was saying it? The Jersey Shore people or the Italians?
Pauly D was saying it.
Yeah. So those people don't know Italian, and they're saying Spanish because they're from Jersey. No offense.
They are. I'm from. So I don't honestly have never conversated with someone really that's like from Jersey or whatever. I loved Jersey Shore. That was like my top favorite show.
That was your jam? I missed all that.
I was like, damn, like these people are really rocking out, and just pumping it out all the time for summers.
Pumping it
like
out.
So it got better and better with like the drunkenness. I don't know if it was like acting, but it didn't seem like it. So that made it even better. So a lot of the girl fighting and the drunk.
And they were first. They were like they were on TV and they were a thing in the first wave of like, mass meme adoption. Like memes were beginning to really get traction, and Jersey Shore was a lot of them.
Yeah, and
they brought memes mainstream, man. Oh shit, that was a lot of stuff. But yeah, dope. Cheers. Oh, here, I'll smoke with you. I'm getting tired. I gotta do stuff. I've been on an hour and a half. I'm over on time.
Finally home from work. Cheers. Cheers to you, girl. Or guy. To you guys.
Wubba is a woman.
Okay. That was right the first time.
She's an OG from back in the day.
Yeah, one of these days I'll be at one of the Kanna meets or whatever.
We have fun. Wubba's never been to one of the things, But no, the first time she was in like the first wave of us going live. Old school
Old
fam.
school fam.
You know, so Big Cat pointed out, Wubba, that it was in April. We're coming up on 2 years of Kanna Crew live stuff. So that's a thing. April 5th, Canniversary.
Franky,
Our second Canniversary.
can of coin. Where's that at?
Oh,
I
yes.
Yes, because I'm taking it home again. I still have my character jacket I won. That took months to be delivered to my house.
Yeah, yeah. It's I'm glad you have it. Do you wear it?
I actually wear it a lot. It's a very comfortable jacket.
Good. I'm glad. No, the can of corn is dope, and we need to bring it back. I was gonna find it, I thought.
Let's make a new one.
Yeah, I'd have to get a new one. I liked that it was the weed thing, but I guess it doesn't have to be the weed thing. Oh shit! Or I could just get a new. I could get a new weed thing, I guess.
That was fun.
You enjoyed that?
Like I did. I think a lot of people did as well, and I feel like a lot of people are scared to tell you that they want the fucking can of coin back.
Okay.
So.
Okay, you got it. I get it. Okay, dope.
All right. So tell your crew, Gilbert. I wish I knew everybody's name. I know Gilbert and you.
Me and Gilbert. Well,
You and
Dom.
Gilbert, and I love the name Gilbert. Like I really do.
Oh, well, there you
That's
go.
a cool name.
Easy to
In my
remember.
opinion. Does he have like a nickname or no?
Gilbert.
That's funny. I was thinking that he probably has some weird nicknames that you guys call him.
Gilbert. I call him Gilbert.
Joe Bear or Gilbert?
Gilbert. Like, so this is what it is. That's what they call him in like Louisiana and shit. You ever seen King of the Hill?
Yeah, a little bit.
So they call one of the guys, they called him Gilbert, and his name was Gilbert, but he's like Dale Gribble. He's like, damn it, Gilbert. That damn Gilbert always coming over here. I don't know what he says, but he's, Dale Gribble. So he and all of them, Boomhauer, called him dang on Gilbert. And, and I was like, I was really young and I was like, damn, why do they call him Gilbert? And my mom's like, it's Gilbert, but they're like, fucking Cajuns and shit. And they talk weird kind of deal. And I'm like, oh, Gilbert, but it's like French, Gilbert, right? So Gilbert,
Yeah.
Gilbert. He's Gilbert. I've called him Gilbert since I've known him. And,
Watching this live right now, like.
yeah, Gilbert, the homie Gilbert, the Kanna kid. She asked if he has a nickname, and his nickname is Gilbert.
Does he like?
Because
I
I
like
thought
it.
when I first heard it, it was Gilbert, like Jill, Jill Bear, and I'm like, that's weird. This man is named Gilbert, and that's why I had to ask somebody because it was so odd. And no, it's Gilbert. So, yeah. But I don't know. I think he was weirded out by it at first, but it's like normal. Like my little brother is named Benjamin, and everybody calls him Ben. But since we were little, I've always called him Benj.
Benj? Like
Benj.
Benji?
No, not Benji. Benji's weird. Benj.
Benji's a cool name, too, for a boy.
Benj. Yeah. If you're named Benji, you get beat up as a kid. Sorry. When Benji goes to junior high, Benji gets a
you the
wedgie. Am I the one to
you
give?
the
No. I'm the one that had to fight people because they called my food, my crab salad, crap salad. Okay. But I wasn't going to take it, and I would get in little altercations. But,
How tall were you in high school? The same, like, really tall?
yeah, I've always been the bigger one.
Like, height-wise? I've always been...
Yeah, in high school, I was over
Short.
6 feet tall.
Wow.
6
So people
feet.
were probably afraid...
6,
that way.
6'1", maybe. I mean, I don't know. I'm a pretty easygoing person.
That's true. I mean,
I've been told I have what?
I had a really bad attitude in high school. Stalking bitches left and right with my attitude.
Oh yeah, no, see, that's not my thing. The teachers,
Yeah.
or presenter. Okay, so that's something though. If people came in and like I wasn't having it, and they like went and they were, and I didn't want to be in class, and what they were talking about was stupid. Not necessarily like a student, like I wouldn't do that to one of my classmates, but like someone from the outside. Sometimes I give them shit as an audience person, but
so you were one of that would like egg it on.
I don't know. It just depends. Like if I thought they were, I don't know. If I didn't like them, like if a teacher I didn't like I'd give them a hard time. But I would like combat them. I would combat them verbally. I wouldn't be like unruly and like disruptive. But I'd like low key be talking shit. I don't know. And I didn't do it like on purpose. They just they bugged me, and so I irritated them. Sometimes. It wasn't like a thing I did all the time. I just remember a teacher pulled me aside and was like, hey, you need to chill the fuck out kind of thing. And I was like, oh, damn. But, yeah.
I had this one teacher who honestly was a sweetheart, but everybody treated her like garbage. She was like a marine science teacher. And I know are you trying to get off live?
No, keep going. Say what you got to say.
But I would see her every day. Like, she had the worst classmates in my class. Like, all of them were, like, rowdy and just really did not like her.
Okay.
She was, like, the sweetest little teacher, but she was older, like an older woman. So trying to argue with her was kind of like, all right, well, it's not going to happen. She would just send you to the office or whatever. But the facial expressions she would make when people would like make fun of her and stuff like that, because people would always say that she had like a front booty and no back, and she would constantly get dogged about that. And it was honestly the worst thing ever, because I would honestly cry if I was a teacher and I had severely bad students like that. Like, but there was some teachers that I really wanted to throw hands with. So yeah,
that happens.
That's basic. I just didn't get along with a lot of my teachers mostly.
Were you good?
They always came.
Were you good at school things? Did you do your assignments and whatnot?
I did all my assignments, but I would get pissed off if I failed a math test every time, because I suck at math so hardcore. I suck at it, and like I would even cheat and still fail, which would aggravate me to no end. Like, I literally remember calling my mom one time and being like, I can't deal with this anymore. Like, I'm literally crying in the bathroom because I got a 60 on my math test. Like, nowhere near a 75 or above. Like, I was like, that's bad.
I wouldn't go cry. I would get upset if I got like a B.
And I would, like, people would tell me that in class, and my mom, like, C's and above. Like, I had.
My mom didn't care. My people, they were like they cared, but it wasn't like, I wasn't going to be judged if I didn't do well.
I was straight. But I hated high school so much I never graduated. So.
Oh, I didn't graduate either. But I got my GED.
GED vibes, so did I.
Hey.
It was I passed all my tests the first time, which was pretty nice. I was like, wow, it's that easy to graduate? Okay.
Well, I mean, when the shit's fresh, right? Like
No, I actually had been like a month after that before I took my GED, so it's kind of a little.
Sure, I got you.
But my brother paid for all my classes and paid for like GED classes before I took my test, so that really helped.
Nice.
Shout out to my brother for that one.
Hell yeah.
But I'm gonna go.
Are you gonna dip? Okay.
I'm going to dip.
All right. Well,
Hopefully
have
you
a good
guys-
night. Thank you for coming on and telling us about New Year's. Goodbye. Adios. All right. Maybe I'll rip the thing one more time. Oh, I'm pretty lit. It's just kind of zoning out. But, I mean, I guess if kids knew they could just take the GED at some point halfway through high school and be like, you know, you could just pass out. Pass and then be out and then go, you know, get a job or try to start something cool or some shit. I think more people would do it. I don't know. And that might be a good thing. Wubba, at least for them, if they liked that. You got sick on New Year's. That's terrible. So have you been sick since New Year's? So for the whole 2022 so far, it's been craptastic or what? Oh, no, you just said you were at work. So. Oh, man. Someone's running the heater. It feels warm. I gotta urinate. So I think maybe I'll just rip this. I rip this, and then maybe that'll be the end of it. All right, it's 1:47. That's a long time. I took on the 28th and got better like yesterday. Oh, shit. Fuck. That's terrible. Ooh. Chris Zarin, what's going down? Wubba, did you know we're still running we still do the, oh, you had the Rona. Damn, yeah, that's fucked. Big Cat's got that right now, or he's at the end of it. We're still running the gaming shit. Remember, we started off almost 2 years ago. Couple tournaments, started the league. The league's still running. Season 3 is going to start on January 22nd. Bam. Pretty dope. Still doing it. Yeah. It's pretty cool. Just thought of it. I'm wearing the shirt. This is my team, the Taxman. We didn't sign up for the season, though. We're pretty booty. But I'm terrible. I strive to be the bench player, and my team served a function. I was like kind of like the free agent team, and I tried to sit on the bench. Yeah, you were there for the first tournament. It was dope. Vanguard. We're playing Vanguard. Some people want us to do Halo. But we're doing Vanguard. What up, fake black belts? So, yeah, pretty dope. Just saying. G. Bodie Rallo. What up, Bodie Rallo? I'm about to hit it, though. Everybody coming in. I'm actually out. Wubba. Definitely Halo. I know. I love it. So I don't even really play, right? But when I do play, I'm like, man, I want to play some Halo. Because it's just dope. And I think that maybe that should have been our move. So going into the season, I guess, with not full conviction on the game, which I don't know. That sounds like a bad recipe. Dun, dun, dun. Nah, I'm just kidding. It's all going to be dope. What we'll try to do is some Halo shit, too. So definitely. All right. We out. Gypsy Mama, thanks for hopping in, but I'm dipping. We out. Wubba, thanks for chit-chatting, watching, hanging out. I got to go. I'm going to get some water. I got to pee, and then I got to get some water. And then do some type of stuff. Work-related things. That's what I'm going to try to do. Holla. Instagram, we out. Oh. Everybody else, thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. It's been real. Don't forget to catch us on the flip side when we're doing all the same things that we did